Thanks, Sarah.
Mhm.
So I want to welcome everybody, and I want to thank you for taking the time to support me and watch this video. As many of you know, I've been on this health and fitness journey, and through this journey, I have been introduced to a whole food product that has significantly impacted my health. And as you all know, I love to share when there's something wonderful that's available. So um, during this journey, I was introduced by my trainer, an amazing trainer that I've had great success with. But I wanted to get a woman's perspective. So that's how I met Sarah. You know, it was a little obvious that she was um, on the product. So I reached out to her and we had a few conversations, and she agreed to share her story tonight. So I'm going to let Sarah share a little bit about how her life has been impacted.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Lynn. And yeah, when I met Lynn, she actually reminds me a lot of myself. And we connected right away. And wow, you are a hard worker in the gym, girl. I was just blown away. And every time I'm there, I'm like, okay, she's here and I'm here. She's here and I'm here. And then I got to learn that she's always there. And that showed for sure. It's like, wow, this girl's strong. So as Lynn said, my name is Sarah, and thank you guys so much for coming on and supporting Lynn. I've only known Lynn for, a short period of time, but she's just such a gem and really courageous for getting out of her comfort zone tonight and sharing with you. I'm a mom to a 2.5-year-old busy boy, and I'm a former fitness competitor. And I am just so passionate about sharing health and wellness because my life wasn't always so positive and healthy. And I'm extremely passionate about what we're going to be sharing tonight because it has literally changed my life. So just to kind of rewind a tad and not to go into too much detail, but I was that typical girl that struggled desperately with self-love. I can remember as young as 7, just not having positive thoughts about me and my body. And as a young woman, that escalated and I struggled with eating disorders and for a long time, probably over 20 years, and depression, mental health issues, and unfortunately addiction. But I am so grateful that, and I will, hand it to my mom. She gave me a beautiful foundation of love, and I knew that Sarah was better than that, and I had something so special to share. I didn't know what it was at the time, and I just started this journey of healing my body. And because I hadn't taken care of myself for so long, I had multiple health issues. I struggled with weight my whole entire life. I was overweight as a child. I was bullied. And then, like I said, I kind of moved into the eating disorder. Unfortunately, for a long time, suffered from eating disorders. And after that, my weight fluctuated because of hormonal imbalances. I was so exhausted, even though I had already started my journey of healing and being healthier and working out and doing things the right way. I was spending tons of money on organic food, seeing a naturopath, going to holistic nutritionists, doing cleanses, juicing, you name it, I was doing it. And I did feel better, but I just knew that I was not living my optimal being, or wasn't being my optimal self. And on top of tons of hormonal issues, chronic fatigue, chronic pain, I had migraines. I probably had a really bad migraine once a month, so bad that I would need to be hospitalized. And I just was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I was told that I couldn't conceive a child naturally. And as a young woman who always dreamt of being a mom, that was absolutely crushing to me. And I just knew that couldn't be my story. I didn't know what was going to happen. And I believe the universe is listening sometimes. And it always has your back. And I was introduced to a whole food product, which we're going to be talking about tonight. And at first I was a skeptic. I did not want to hear about it. Coming from the fitness world, I have been approached for many, many years on products and programs and all these things. And because I had already educated myself over the last few years of healthy products, you know, ingredients, what's good, what's not good, most of the products, well, 99% of them, I would take one look at those ingredients and knew they didn't align with my holistic values or beliefs. But this is where Juice Plus came into my life. And again, I was a skeptic. I really didn't want to hear about it, but deep down I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. And Jen, who introduced me to it, who is my sister's best friend, caught me at that right time. So when I started to listen a little bit more on what the product was, it started ticking all the boxes that really aligned with what I believed in as a great product. So I'm going to share with you what we're here to talk about tonight, and we call them our whole food concentrates. So the foundational product that we have is our Trio Blend capsules. You can see them here. So we've got purple berries, green vegetables, and red fruits. Simple, simple, simple. Seems simple, right? But in these 3 beautiful capsules, you are flooding your body with over 30 better than organic, vine ripened whole foods. And I was that person that said, I already eat healthy, I already eat variety, I eat organic, I juice, but that same person who's saying all those things still feels like crap. So when I started to realize and educate myself more on why and how this product is so powerful, because I started reading testimonials, I was like, wow, like this is crazy. And I got the concept of it. You know, our food is just not nutrient dense anymore. We're creatures of habit. We tend to eat the same things. Most of us, I'm sure, are in Canada or in the Ottawa area. Our growing season is not long at all. So, you know, we have access to very limited, you know, foods. And what really makes Juice Plus so powerful, because a lot of people say, well, I already eat great. And that's awesome that you do eat great. But what you're not doing is eating 30 different variety of fruits, veggies, and berries, right? There's a reason why we say eat the rainbow. Each food works synergistically together in the body. And that's why there's so many amazing benefits when you start taking these whole food products. The second thing is that the produce that we are eating in our grocery stores has been picked weeks before it's actually ripened. And the last 24 to 48 hours on the vine is when the most nutrients is developed. So for those of us who are really relatively healthy eaters, that's amazing. But the foods that we are eating just simply aren't nutrient dense as they should be in order for them to live on that shelf, right? We're not going to go into the grocery store and pick rotten food. You know, it has to look nice. That's just how consumers work, right? So the key thing is that it's a variety of 30. It's vine ripened, so you're getting that tons of extra nutrients that you're not getting in just that apple that you've gotten from the grocery store. And that we use the whole entire plant. And that's why we say whole food concentrates, because really we're using the whole entire plant. So for example, in an orange, 80% of the vitamin C comes from the peel. And I don't know about you, but I don't eat the peel. And that just goes to show you, we discard tons of the most nutrient dense parts of plants. So when we take the 30 plants, we take the peel, the seed, the rind, you name it, goes into this massive process where we grind it up. We remove the sugar and the water and the fiber, and all you're left with is this beautiful phytonutrient powder that goes into capsules. Really innovative. Juice Plus has been around for over 25 years, and it's just a really simple process. And I always think, like, why didn't I think of that? So I like to say it's like juicing, but on steroids. We all understand, or maybe we don't understand, juicing is a very powerful way to better our health, you know, and Juice Plus is, the concept is similar. It just is all those different things. Like with juicing, you're usually juicing about 5 different plants. You're not using the whole thing. And you are, even though it is healthy sugars, you are, if you're juicing fruits, you're still getting a lot of sugar intake from the juice of the fruit. So the sugar is actually removed and put into capsules. So I love that. Some things that I noticed right away were profound changes. Like my energy, my husband was actually the one that took notice to my improved mood. I was actually a little insulted. Maybe I was like not a very pleasant person to live with, but in my heart, I knew I wasn't. I was absolutely miserable. I was moody. I was grouchy. I was tired. I just was not a good person. And I'm trying to be gentle on myself. But as I reflect back on that, that's not who I wanted to be in my life. I worked really hard to get my health back to where it was. And I just wanted to be happy and be joyful, right? We have one life, and living a joyful one is the best way to do it. And I definitely was not. So my mood, my mind clarity, I like to say, I felt like I got my life back. I really did. I feel like I was walking in a cloud. My hormones started to balance. Just to give you a snippet of how that happened, I had not had a menstrual cycle in 4 years because of me not taking care of myself. In 2 months being on the product, I had my first menstrual cycle. And I've gone to a fertility specialist. I've done acupuncture, you name it, I'm doing it. I'm not saying Juice Plus, did all this, but what I do know, because there's over 35 published research papers on Juice Plus, is that it allows your body to get into a healing state. And that's what happened. And a year and a half later, I was gifted with a pregnancy, and now I'm a mom, and I couldn't be more grateful for this product. Energy definitely was the biggest thing. Other than that, who doesn't need more energy, right? I feel like we all just kind of living in the grind of life. So just amazing things have happened. My hair finally grew. I couldn't grow my hair past my shoulders for probably about 15 years. And the reason why that started to happen is because our other product, which is a really innovative product called our omegas. You guys might have heard of fish omegas. Ours is a really, really cool whole plant-based omega, and it's full spectrum, which there's nothing else on the market like it. It's 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. Our bodies don't naturally produce omegas, but we need them in order to have a healthy brain function. So super important to be taking an omega. What I love is that Juice Plus is so conscious of our environment. So sustainability is really big for us. And we skipped the fish and went right to the source. So fish don't actually carry the omega. Fish eat the algae that carry the omega. So we've skipped the fish, went right to the algae, and we have this beautiful, I'm drawing a blank, mom brain, late night. We have this beautiful plant-based, that's what I was trying to say, plant-based omega. My son loves them. They don't have a fishy taste. There's no fish burp. My husband, who works construction, noticed right away his joint pain. And my mom, who suffered from arthritis for almost 11 years, about a month after taking this product, she noticed that her inflammation in her one hand had reduced significantly. So really, really cool product. Another thing that I didn't mention about our products and our company is that I love this company and we're known the company with the heart. And at first I thought that was super cheesy, but now being in the game for 4 years, you really do see it. And they understand the importance of the family being healthy together. So we're not just focused on mom getting healthy. We're not just focused on grandma or dad. We want the whole entire family. And research is a big thing for Juice Plus, and we know that our children are our future. Super scary statistic is that this generation is the first generation of kids that will not outlive their parents. And that's not okay with our company. So not me, but the company itself is donating a free product to any child, and it goes along with the adult order. So if you sign up for the product, you can sponsor a child to get the child version for free. You can get the capsules, or you can get these delicious chews. be careful. Don't try these because you will be addicted forever because they're so yummy. I actually have to hide them from my husband. And we're noticing, and it doesn't need to be your child. It could be a neighbor, nephew, grandchild, whomever. I didn't have a child when I first started it, and I sponsored my nephew. And some of the things that we're noticing, because it's an observational research project, you just fill out a survey after 4 months of taking them. And we're noticing kids are eating more fruits and vegetables, drinking more water, missing less days of school. And so it's been a really impactful project that Juice Plus is working on. Over $1 million of free product, and over like hundreds of thousands of kids are getting free product. And to me, that just says so much about this company. The next product is our delicious plant-based protein. This, as a busy person, is such a game changer. I was that girl that, wouldn't eat because it wasn't convenient. I just had so much going on, and that's when my health really started to suffer. Not because I didn't want to eat, but you would just forget. And then when I had my son, making sure that you are eating enough calories to feed them, and being tired all the time, these were a lifesaver for me to make sure that I had enough calories and nutrients in my body. They taste delicious. I've tried so many being in the fitness world, and these by far are the best. They have like a really creamy texture, and you don't need to just make shakes with them. Like I make an avocado pudding with them. We do energy bowls. So sky's the limit with these. I love that they're low glycemic. They keep you full, and they're really, really great. We don't want to say weight loss, but if you are looking to shed a few pounds, pairing these with our capsules are amazing for that. And we have this awesome program called The Shred that's run twice a month. And if you're interested in learning a little bit more information about that, there's tons of free resources, and Lynn can share that with you. And lastly, I'm going to share is our tower garden. Lynn just got hers, and I'm so excited for her. Actually, my son and I just planted our seeds tonight. And I love that this is an opportunity for you, your family. If your kids are in school, you can talk to the principal to get this in the school. We need to teach our children where our food is grown. I feel like that's where the disconnect is happening. Kids have no concept of what food is or where it's coming from. And this is a really cool product. So again, Juice Plus is huge on sustainability. This uses 90% less water than a conventional garden. You can grow all year round, know where your food comes from. You can grow everything in here that doesn't have a root. So sky's the limit. You can grow celery, watermelon, kale, parsley, basil, cucumbers, beans. And with all the E. coli and Listeria outbreaks, this is a really cool thing to know exactly where you're, and it's so affordable. We had ours on our deck, on our like a small little apartment. Now we have a bigger deck, and then we bring it inside and put it in the basement and grow all year round. So those are our products. And so with all of these, people are just having such impact on their health and wellness. Things from more energy, better sleep. My dad was on 3 blood pressure medications. Mind you, he took about 3 years to finally let me give him the capsules. But when he did, I remember him saying, and this, it's probably hard for a father to get advice from his daughter, but he pulled me aside. He's like, I just want to say thank you for never giving up on me, even though I was a stubborn old man. But he's on no blood pressure medication anymore. My mom was covered in eczema. It is probably about 90% less than it's always been. So Juice Plus is just a really simple concept to bridge the gap of what we should be eating. It's not to replace food. Juice Plus is really, the company itself is there to help us educate each other on more vitality and, just learning more about how important plants are in our diet. And I feel over the years, they get less and less important. But if you go back to, what your grandma used to tell your mom, and probably what your mom told you, and if you're a mom, what you tell your kids, like, eat more fruits and vegetables. And it's hard. So this is a really affordable way to get tons of plants into our body for the same price as a cup of coffee. I'm not only flooding my body with 30 plants, but I'm doing it free for my son. So it was a no-brainer to me. So that's kind of my story. Thank you so much for letting me share. And I'm just going to pass it over to Lynn so she can share a little bit more about how this has impacted her life.
Thanks, Sarah. So, what I think is the most interesting is that, as I mentioned, I was introduced to this product by my trainer, and I had taken the product for 4 months. And during that 4 months, I think I didn't think of it at the time, but I had went to the hairdresser, and my hairdresser right away commented about, wow, you don't have nearly the amount of split ends that you normally have, and your hair is so healthy. Wow, you must have laid off the straightener. And I'm thinking, no, didn't lay off the straightener. And it wasn't until after that I came home and I thought, oh, it's those omega. So, my hair, my nail growth, my energy level, like Sarah mentioned, and I think what's most dramatically helped and improved is my gut health. I'm, having such better gut health, and that for me was huge. Also, I noticed too that I was on the product for 4 months, and then, like I said, I think you said the same, that I went off for a while thinking, I'll just eat more veggies and I'll eat more fruit and I'll be fine. And during those months that I was off the product, I was feeling more injuries from my workouts. I was having sore shoulders, and I hurt my foot, and I was constantly complaining, and I had a lack of motivation. I was run down. I had no energy. I was exhausted. I even got to a point where I was depressed. And then I thought to myself, I just have to get back. I have to get back to this product. And I had reached out again to Dax and to Sarah, and here I am again, back on the product. And actually, I've invested in the business side of it. So I have had no pain, and I'm feeling great. And this has been an amazing product for Bill because, like many children, he's a picky eater. I'm very excited about the fact that this business offers free product to children. And I don't know, Sarah, if you realize, but a lot of my friends, we're in the education world. So we're in a cesspool of germs every day. So to have something that we can take that could maybe help fight off all these germs that we're exposed to on a daily basis will mean the world to us. But also, just the testimonials that I've learned about through the process in the business, about how it's impacted people that have had asthma and they no longer have to take puffers. How I think one of the most amazing stories is about the cancer patients and how it's impacted their blood counts and how they didn't need transfusions. And of course, the Healthy Start program, where you can get free nutrient-based products for your children. That excites me. And yes, I did just get my tower garden. My seedlings are started, and it's just starting to come up. And I'm very excited. I've reached out to a local lady that has organic plants that I'm going to get some seedlings from and get my tower garden going. Then I'll be able to have the girls over for a lunch. Have some fresh spinach. I'm very excited. So I want to thank you all for joining me and supporting me. And I hope that if you've learned anything this evening and you want to impact or improve your lives or your grandchildren or your children or your nieces or nephews, that you reach out to me and we can get you more information. And I just want to mention too that I know that there's a lot of health benefits, and we are all aging, unfortunately. And as some of you know, my mom has just been diagnosed with the early stages of dementia. So there's promise that the Juice Plus products can maybe help in, me not following down that same path. So you all know that I'm also very passionate about sharing and helping, and I hope that I can help you one day too, that we can improve your lives and impact your health and get you on a journey of health and wellness. So thank you all again for joining me, and I look forward to hearing from you.
That was amazing. Yes. Thank you guys so much for allowing us into your home. And Donna's already interested in, yeah, you can definitely reach out to Lynn. And that's just something that really hit home for me, is that it's just so simple, right? I feel like as consumers these days, there's so many things out there, and I get emotional thinking about it because health is so important. Health is all we have really at the end of the day, right? If you're not healthy and you're not living, a vivacious life, that kind of is a platform and a foundation for everything. And that is why I'm so passionate about Juice Plus, is because it's just fruits and vegetables. There's no hocus pocus to it. The company itself has been around for over 25 years. Research is something that we're so passionate about doing to prove that Juice Plus works. And if you asked me 4 years ago if this is what I would be doing, I would have said you're crazy. But to meet people like Lynn and Dax and see it impact them, it makes me so much happier that I took a leap of faith and took a product that I really was a skeptic about at first, because who knows where I would be. So thanks, Lynn, so much. You're such an amazing woman, and I can't wait to see, your journey both with the business and the product. And thanks, guys. Have yourself an amazing Thursday and long weekend. It doesn't look like it's going to be that great, but I think we're all kind of used to it at this point. I think spring's never going to come. But you guys have yourself a great evening, and take care. Bye, everyone.
Thanks, Sarah.
You're very welcome.
Bye.